talking about the luck factor in manifestation. One of the biggest, one of the most popular works in that area has been a book called Secret, where the book talks about law of attraction, that whatever you think, whatever you believe, and whatever you feel, the entire universe conspires to get it done for you. And popularized by Shah Rukh Khan in his one of his popular movies too. He जो भी I am sorry forgotten the dialogue. Anyone of us remembers the dialogue? Ved looks like Shah Rukh Khan, so maybe he.
What's the name of the movie?
Oh, uh,
It's Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I do remember.
और जो भी इस कायनात से मांगो सारी कायनात उसको देने में जुड़ जाती है, समथिंग लाइक दैट.
Yeah,
हाँ,
yeah.
Right.
हाँ.
So we're going to talk about that. That does Kainat actually work? Can Kainat work to get things done for us? I believe yes, but there is a disclaimer. Very interesting thing happened with me. So day before yesterday, I follow a private practice. It's this meeting won't be about talking about private beliefs, but something that happened with me is that I I was chanting with this college graduate guy, law college graduate guy who was practicing law. So we both, I went to his home. We were chanting together in the evening, and I asked him that what your goals are, so that I can chant for your goals. So he mentioned that he wants to bring uh, get countries together, help them get on the same page, and resolve climate issues. Where especially with countries, with warring countries, where it's essential for them to come together, at least on the environmental aspects, so that they are able to bring climate change. Um, and for that, to get the relevant education, he had applied to the Ivy League universities in US. He had received rejections from almost all of them, except Columbia, where he was waitlisted, and Harvard University. The funny part is, like 2 weeks back, I was in Harvard University taking a college campus tour. I told him about it. I told him that if I was a college student, earlier I felt Harvard University was on a pedestal. So I had a barrier between me that, oh, Harvard University, biggest university in the world. How can I get into Harvard University? But when I took that tour, I felt that if I worked hard, if I had the right things going for me, maybe even I would have made it to Harvard University. The pedestal aspect went away. So I told him that I want to give that vibe to you, that like in your mind, if there's a pedestal to Harvard University or any of the universities, I want to take that away. That's number one. So that from feeling wise, from um, like realization wise, you get enter into more that I am part of Harvard University. It's not a big deal. I can make it, and it's nothing uh, difficult. Interestingly, I also had a Harvard keychain. I immediately took it out, gave it to him that it belongs more to you than me, because it for me is just symbolic. For you, it may mean something. I told him of the campus, I told him of the city, and made it real for him. And I went back. This was 6:15 p.m. 11:15 p.m. I started getting multiple calls from him, and I was like, "Okay, what happened? It's quite late at night." And the first thing he tells me that, Anshuman, you're the first person to be let known that I have got into Harvard University. Not just that, he received full tuition scholarship of $100,000, which was unbelievable. And we both were amazed that what is this happening. He had received rejections from all the Ivy League colleges, and such instances make you think and feel that is manifestation true. What, maybe it was just pure coincidence, pure luck that I was there, I was making real for him, and it's purely due to his hard work that he got through. Or is it there something more going on there, where this energy, this vibe, this feeling generates actions which are favorable? quite an interesting topic. We'll talk more about it. But before we continue, I'll just remind us of our typical Toastmaster meeting structure. So we have a prepared speech section where we have our superstar speaker, Toastmaster Vivek, who's going to share his speech today. Um, then we have the spontaneous public speaking section where we're going to practice our impromptu speech practice with Toastmaster Disha. And last but not the least, we have the evaluation section where we are going to evaluate it on the work we do today. And to head that, we have our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ved, to take us away. Over to you, Toastmaster Ved, to introduce the general evaluation section for all of us.
Thank you, Toast Master of the Day. And as a general evaluator, my job is to evaluate meeting in general, right from starting this Sergeant Arms comes on the stage till the meeting ends. I will be evaluating all, and I will be observing the goods and bads in the meeting. And at the end of not at the end, like in the evaluation section, we will discuss the whole report about it. And to do this, the humongous task, I'm not alone. So the entire tag team is there. And first, let me today timer role is played by Toastmaster Meng. Toastmaster Meng is having a bad throat. Like Toastmaster Meng, do you want me to introduce the role, or are you?
I think I should be able to
Okay,
speak.
cool. That's great.
Right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wade. So, time and tide wait for none, as a hearing that we always heard. But we have to wait or speak and get silent is something that we have to realize. And at the time, I'm going to be utilizing the flashcards of green, yellow, and red to indicate you on the time you left, you have on the stage, and how you can utilize for a prepared speech section for where Toastmaster Vivek is going to deliver a speech. The time is going to be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll flash the green card. At 6 minutes, the yellow, and at 7 minutes, the red card. And you will have another 30 seconds to wrap up. When Toastmaster Disha is taking the table topic section, I will flash the time speaking is from 1 to 2.5 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll flash the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, the yellow card. At 2 minutes, the red card, and you have another 30 seconds to wrap up. In the evaluation section, the speech evaluation timeline is 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, the red card. And the evaluator will have another 30 seconds to complete and wrap up. I will present my report when called upon by the general evaluator towards the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you to Master Mike for introducing your role to the club. And now the next role that we have is a counter role and the grammarian role. And as we have to take the double roles, and so I am playing the role of a counter and the grammarian of the day. And as a aha counter, I will be evaluating the filler words, uh, throughout the meeting. And at the end, I will present an overall report about the counters. And about the grammarian role, I will be observing the good and bad uses of the grammar. And again, at the end, I will present the combined report of our counter and the grammarian. And word of the day is manifest to really sync up with the uh, Toastmaster of the Day session. And I encourage everyone to use this word as many as times you can. And so that's it for the counter and grammarian report. Back to the general evaluator. So this is going to be the next exciting section, evaluation section, when I will come back again. And till then, over to Toastmaster of the Day.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ved, and thanks a lot, the little general evaluation team. All right, now we are going to move to our prepared speech section, for which we have Toastmaster Vivek, who's going to share his level 3 project 2 speech. and I am going to be his evaluator. So before we get on to his speech, I'm going to share the speech objectives of Toastmaster Vivek. So the purpose of the project will be for Toastmaster Vivek to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. So definitely BBC becomes a good home ground to practice that. For the notes for me are that the member completing this project is practicing the skills needed to connect with the unfamiliar audience. To do this, the member presents a topic that is new or unfamiliar to your club members. So I have to listen for a topic that is unusual or unexpected in my club. And I have to take note of his ability to present the unusual topic in a way that keeps us engaged. So let's see if Toastmaster Vivek can keep us engaged. And now I'd like to invite Toastmaster Vivek to do a quick audio video check.
Yeah, is my audio video clear?
Yes, Toastmaster Vivek, you are audible and you are visible. And Toastmaster Vivek, are you checking if the timer cards are visible? Toastmaster Vivek, are you able to see the timer cards?
Yes, I can see green.
Perfect. All right, Toastmaster Vivek, stay blessed. Stay blessed, Toastmaster Vivek.
The hardest arithmetic to master is that which enables us to count our blessings. God has given us a gift of 84,600 seconds today. Have you used any of these to say just thank you? These are not my words. These are powerful quotations of American philosopher and writer Eric Hoffer. Greetings to all the blessed souls who are participating in this meeting, fellow Toastmasters, and the distinguished guests. How many of you really feel blessed? If you can type B in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. How many hours during the day you really feel blessed? Is it like once in a while or few hours? Just type any number, 0 to 24. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your valuable inputs. I believe that we were all born blessed. We can stay blessed because God has given us that power. My intention today is to make you feel blessed for rest of your life. And this is what I am going to talk in next 5 minutes. In early 20th century, in Scotland, the Clark family had a dream to go on a holiday to United States of America. The middle class family, Mr. Clark and his wife, worked very hard for years together and saved money. Their son and daughter have been constantly daydreaming about their trip, sailing across Atlantic to reach America. One day, Mr. Clark reached home and surprised everybody because he was holding tickets and passport for the journey within few weeks, and that too on a new liner to the US. The entire family was filled with joy and anticipation and excitement, thrilled about the journey. They were visualizing themselves, okay, we are holding tickets. And as they felt imminent manifestation of their dreams, just a week before the departure, one day, son was returning from the school. He was again visualizing, oh, I am with my family at the top of the deck of the ship, looking at the whales, dolphins in the ocean. So he wanted to reach home as early as possible. So he thought of taking a shortcut, for which he had to jump over a fence. Suddenly, a stray dog was watching him and he started chasing and he bit his leg. leaving the boy crying in pain. Ah! Doctor sewed up the little boy, gave him some injections to protect him against infection. Later, few days later, Mr. Clark reached home. He was visibly upset and depressed. He narrated the entire story to his wife because he has visited the travel agent who has organized the entire trip. He had made plans to book a special show because to celebrate 35th birthday of his wife. During the conversation, he also mentioned about his son's run-in with the dog, and the agent became curious and he asked many questions. Okay, what happened? What went wrong? Then he said, sorry, Mr. Clark, you would have to cancel the tickets. You cannot travel now because our travel policy does not allow anyone bitten by an animal to travel on the ship as it poses huge danger to the other passengers. The family's dreams were dashed. They would not be able to make the trip to America as they had planned. Now, parents made up a story for their kids, saying that it's a mistake of the travel agent. Don't worry, we will get tickets next year, that too upgraded tickets, and we will enjoy next year. Kids understood. Time went by. Now, what happens on the day of the original scheduled departure of the ship? The kids insisted, okay, we may not be traveling this time, we may not be sailing, but let us at least see the ship. The family, filled with disappointment and anger, stormed to the dock to watch the ship leave without the Clark family. The father shed tears of disappointment and cursed the dog, son, and the god and everybody for their misfortune. Ship had sailed, they came back home. A few days later, Mr. Clark rushed back home panting. He kept pressing the doorbell, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, till the time Mrs. Clark opened the door. Mr. Clark yelled for the kids to come down. As he was asking, what's the matter? His body was shaking and he was breathing heavily with a strange sense of fear. He hugged the entire family and he broke down in tears. In the meantime, Mrs. Clark saw behind he was holding a newspaper and the headline was, "The Titanic has sunk." There was a silence. "Honey, we were meant to be on board," cried Mr. Clark. "We would not be together today if we had been on that ship." Everybody was overwhelmed with a feeling of relief and gratitude. What a gripping story, and how grateful the family felt for a certain event not happening despite craving for it and regretting missing out on it. Friends, about a year back, I was in a situation like Mr. Clark when I was trying very hard to get one contract. Despite working day and night along with my team, I could not get that award of that contract. Today, I feel so blessed for avoiding the loss that contract had brought to us, would have brought to us. Now I request you, please take a moment, take a pause, and just count your blessings in your past, in your current life, whether you achieved your goal or you did not achieve your goal. And if I ask you the same questions to you, which I asked in the beginning, I'm sure your answer will be different. I leave you with this one thought. When we lose one blessing, another is most often unexpectedly given in its place. This is the quotation of C.S. Lewis, and it is so true. Stay blessed. Thank you. Over to you, TMOT. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Vivek, for reminding us the power of feeling blessed, staying blessed, and looking at different stories about staying blessed. So, thank you for sharing. All right, talking about staying blessed and manifestation, just want to check with any one of us, do we believe in any such thing called manifestation or a power above? Or are you like purely rational, believing only in hard work? All right, Disha does. Mayank does not believe in hard work. He believes in just manifestation.
Both, both.
Both. Then we'll have to manifest more members for BBC Toastmaster Man. I think just thinking through, oh, more member, more member, more. 100
Yeah,
members. Oh my God. No hard work. AI does everything. AI creates the poster. AI. This is the words. That may just be the future. Yeah, AI can bring our manifestations to life, right? I think that's going to be the future. But for now,
Artificially.
sorry,
They can fulfill our wishes only artificially.
artificial, okay,
artificial.
artificial intelligence,
Artificial intelligence is artificial.
mind
Yeah.
blown. Toastmaster. I think Toastmaster Meg is speaking very little, but he's throwing gems on whatever he speaks. But anyhow, Toastmaster Disha believes, Toastmaster Vivek believes, Toastmaster Vivek does not believe in.
No, I have a slightly different take.
Okay.
I think most of the time, like random things happen in like life, and as a human nature, like sometimes we try to find like patterns in it, but many times it it's very random. Like there is no point. Like if you anything can happen very randomly. Like it's a nature. Like maybe there will be some people who manifest a lot and doesn't happen any good thing to them, so it's very random. That's what I believe. But I think the hard work plays, like there are elements of luck, there are elements of hard uh, work as well. So but it's very hard to justify or attribute anything to anyone. uh, yeah, completely.
True that, Toastmaster Ved, because there's no scientific study stating that such manifestations work, right? But I think we have two contrary opinions where Toastmaster
Yeah.
Mayank completely believes in manifestation, while Toastmaster Ved does not. Yes, Toastmaster Vivek.
Yeah, I just want to add here. It's uh, it's just not about manifestation of dreams. Dream is the starting point. Burning desire is the starting point. Because as human beings, the day we take birth and till the time we die, we our life is a function of desires. And these desires can be right, wrong, but as long as our desires are for the greater good of the humanity, for is a noble cause, I believe universe conspires. I believe uh, things happen. And then you have to definitely back it up with actions. Without actions, nothing will happen. Karma ultimately is supreme. Sometimes not doing something, not speaking something, silence also is very loud sometimes. So that is also, we need to understand when to speak, when not to speak, when to act, when not to act, when to remain silent. So everything matters, but the intention, noble intention is very, very important towards manifestation of dreams. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Toastmaster Vivek. Yes, Toastmaster.
So, as you mentioned in the beginning about the book, The Secret, so it says the same thing what Toastmaster Wade said, or what Toastmaster Vivek said, or what you were saying. So, it says that you have to manifest, you have to have an intention, you have to manifest, and then you have to let it go. After that, you have to work towards it to get what you want. So, that's the entire gist of the thing. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Disha, for summarizing it. I can quit my Toastmaster of the day role and we can do a joint TMOD. Because agree, I think so. As Toastmaster Disha mentioned, the process of manifestation, as they say it, involves clarifying our intentions, visualizing, believing, and trusting, affirmations, gratitude, doing the activities to crystallize our dreams, crystallize, as Toastmaster Vivek mentioned, what we think and feel about. One aspect may be that we are destined to be a carrier of a contribution on this earth. That through us, if we are clarifying our intentions, clarifying our dreams, we are just a part of what we are supposed to do on this earth, like the purpose that we have on earth. So for Toastmaster, sorry, for Toastmaster Mayank, it might be just becoming a chartered accountant and bringing a strong accountancy skills on earth through figuring out risks and frauds and cheatings and thefts. While for Toastmaster Ved, it might be being the most intellectual person present in Mumbai with all the best books, and then then helping us all uh, invest in cricket and earn from cricket. So it can be anything. So if I'm subjectively sitting and clarifying my intentions, it might vary across the board. Again, nobody knows what the correct answer is, but as humans, we can just experiment and see what works, what does not work. Some things may work for me, and I might keep on doing it to get some results. It might be different for Toastmaster Vivek, for Toastmaster Disha, for Toastmaster Mayank, Toastmaster Ved. The quest is to keep on learning, growing, seeing what works for us, why we are here, what we do. And to explore more about it, Toastmaster Disha is going to ask us some questions or give us some topics to think and feel what we believe in life. So now it's a segue to our next section, which is the table topic section. We're going to practice our spontaneous public speaking skills. Over to you, Toastmaster Disha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. So, as our meeting theme centers around manifestation today, let us embark on a journey of imagination and personal exploration through our table topics. So, who would like to go first? Or I should pick. Okay, okay. So, Toastmaster Vivek, uh, here's the topic for you. If you could manifest any superpower for a day, what would it be and why?
If I could manifest any superpower for a day, it would be Lord Dhanvantri. Lord Dhanvantri is considered to be the god of health, prosperity, and if I have health, I have everything. Because health means mental health as well as physical health. And in today's day-to-day life, our maximum attention goes towards chasing our goals. And we forget that the goals which we are chasing cannot be chased, cannot be realized, cannot be manifested without having health, sound health, mental health, because the ideas come from here. Everything happens from here. How much control do I have on my senses, five senses: hearing, vision, smelling, taste, and touch through my mind? So I come back to the point that Lord Dhanvantri is the superpower I would like to manifest if that chance is given to me. And I wish for the great health for you and for everybody. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek. Who would like to go next? Okay, I'll pick Toastmaster Ved. So Toastmaster Ved, as such, believes in action, not much on manifestation, but then we'll still give you some topic to think about manifestation. Okay. So if you would manifest a dream vacation right now, where would you go and what would you do?
So, if given a chance for the dream vacation and where I would go, like the location I would pick, that would depend on all my research and all my knowledge so far. And there are two kinds of vacation that I would like to split it. First vacation I would like to take on a place that is called like on the Himalaya and Spiti Valley side, where it's like a life is bit different. Life is slow. So in today's world, what we have is life is really fast. Like we are constantly thinking about the next thing. We are constantly bombarded with attention-seeking apps and everything. Like once you go on the internet, you're always bombarded with something. You, your actions are influenced by lot many other things. So I would like to take a break from these types of things. Where can I live a slow life where actually uh, the people are there. Like I would like to sit with them and have a like talk for hours and just mingle with them. That would be my true like dreaming vacation, where I can involve more with people, more with get to understand the different part and the culture of those surrounding. So yeah, that would be dreaming vacation for me.
Interesting, Toastmaster Ved. Okay. So, Toastmaster Anshuman, next topic is for you. And the topic is, if you could manifest a talent or skill instantly, what would it be and how would you use it?
Is it for me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry, I missed that part.
Okay,
If
should
I
I
could,
repeat?
all right.
If you
No,
could manifest a talent or skill instantly, what would it be and how would you use it?
I have always dreamt of becoming a superstar athlete. I wish I could run like Virat Kohli on the cricket field, or I could play tennis like Roger Federer on the tennis court, or I could dribble like Messi and score fantastic goals on a football field. That is what I have always dreamt for. But I do not possess the motivation, hard work, skills, physicality to accomplish that. And I'm right now, I guess, too old to even think of that dream. So if I had to instantly manifest one of the skills or talent, it would be one of the sports skills, one of the sports skills which I can manifest and become a superstar athlete playing for India or playing for one of the famous clubs to deliver the results. In today's day and age, nutrition is a topic that we talk about, that the food that we get is not organic, is full of chemicals, is full of pesticides, and to be fit, to be healthy, it's difficult to do. And thus having these skills not just becomes a talent, it becomes a superpower, because you have to literally control your exercise, diet, nutrition. So it's a dream. It feels like a dream if I can manifest such a talent or skill with a click of a button. But at the same time, as we have already been talking about, we have to work towards it. We have to not just manifest it, we have to work hard towards ensuring that to get our dreams, to achieve our dreams, we put all the hard work and get the results. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Disha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. We hope your manifestations come true. Okay. So I think Toastmaster Mayank, would you be able to participate or no? You would.
I can try.
Okay.
If you can tolerate my bad voice, then it's fine.
I hope you all can probably. All right. So the topic for you is, create a fictional character who is a master manifester. What adventures would they have?
Please repeat.
Create a fictional character who is a master manifester. What adventures would they have?
Last night I was sleeping. Actually, I was talking to myself in the dreams that my there's so much of pollution and the roads are all dug up, and for long you've not been going for a long walk. Actually, I have never gone for a long walk. And then suddenly I said, why you want to go outside when you have such a huge bungalow to walk around? Go down, walk in the lawn, and go to the next house and open the door. And even if you walk to and open door and locks of each door room, you will be well tired enough. And when I got up this morning, I was telling this to my mother. She was like, "Oh, you are dreaming of all bungalows. Wow, we don't have any ancestral property like that that you're dreaming of." I said, I wish I manifest such having such a bungalow and a house. I get tired opening only the doors of that all the rooms in their house. So if I was to imagine a character, would be that of a person who can do construction or like I would say the ancient god of architecture. I forgot his name. Vishwamitra, like something like that, who can really um, create houses and infrastructure and building which meet all parameters and are beneficial for your health and well-being. Right? I forgot to switch on the timing for myself, but I'm sure there's still enough time for me to speak. So, so those kind of characters which bring in prosperity to people, and I'm a kind of a person who always wishes for something positive and better to happen. I would never speak anything negative because ever since I have said one or two things for people, it actually happened. So I am always positive no matter how difficult situation it is. Because what I truly believe is if I keep manifesting something in my mind or if I say out loud, it's gonna happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. Thanks for participating in spite of your bad throat. Okay. Uh, so at my end, I would like to share a manifestation mantra or an affirmation that generally lifts my mood. So that's the topic for myself today. Okay. So I got introduced to manifestation almost 12 years back. And luckily, it was the right time for me to get introduced to that. And it was through the same book that Toastmaster Anshuman uh, referred today in our meeting. It was The Secret. It accidentally came to me. So my sister gave me that book and asked me to read it. And I went through the book. Initially, I wasn't so much interested. Initially, I couldn't align to the book at all. But then, the more deeper I went inside the book, I could understand what it is trying to say. And I also watched a video of the book. There's a whole 2 or 2.5 hours video of the entire book made by the author of the book called Rhonda Byrne. And that's when I started my journey. And post that, I do manifest as the path is shown in the book. But at times I forget about it. And once I forget about it, I feel that, things have been taken apart. Then I remind myself that, yes, I have to go back to the book again and place those things which I missed during the last few days or weeks and come back to manifesting. And that's how I have been believing in manifestation since long, and I would keep believing. But taking actions is equally important, and probably that's what the book reminds me, that I have to take action. I miss taking actions. So that's how the book has helped me, and it's my mantra to keep going. Thank you. Thank you. So we are through with the table topic section today. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Disha. We already have talked a lot about manifestation, and overall, some of us believe it works, one of us does not believe it works. At the same time, again, it's quite subjective. For the ones who believe, I think it's a combination of clarifying your intentions, having a vision clear, thinking and feeling what you really desire. And then, as we talked about, it's very important to take inspired action. That if you're having the right feelings, light thoughts, and if you're inspired to take action, you should take action with full commitment, trusting that the universe will conspire to get you to the right path, to the right line. Release any resistance within yourself, within your mind, heart, and body, and fully commit yourself to achieving what you desire to achieve. On my end, it happened with the current company I am with, which is Google. In our MBA classes, then 2011 and 12, Google was quite a happening company, almost like not a startup anymore, but definitely at its peak of glory, a lot of investment, lot of growth. And our MBA case studies were full of Google's free food, Google's lunch, Google's this, Google that. And I used to like think about it. I remember going to sleep, before sleep, thinking that what if I was in the Mountain View campus? What if I was having those free lunches, free food? How wonderful it'll be. I used to watch the YouTube videos with Google Campus Tour. And interestingly, I was the first one to get internship in my MBA college in the first year. I did gain a lot of weight. And however, in the second year, so among 200 odd students, I was the first one to get internship. Second year, it was 11 companies that I sat for. I used to go to like the group discussion stage, the interview stage, the final stage. I used to be like the final four, final two in, I remember, Kotak, among like 140 applicants. I did not get through. Like it somehow is not getting through. And one day on LinkedIn, Google's HR approached me that, Anshuman, do you want to be part of Google? I was like, what? Yes, obviously I want to be part of Google. So she arranged a phone call for me. Then 3 interviews happened, and I joined Google. Again, it might be, as Toastmaster Ved is saying, coincidence, huge coincidence, or it might just be me manifesting something which like nobody knows what it is, right? But now I've been 11 years part of Google. It's been such a journey. And this Harvard case story also that I told, like such things really make you think if it is there's something beyond us operating, or is it just purely hard work. But if it does work, there's no harm in applying it. It won't waste your time, it will only give you positive energy. And if not, like, it will at least bring clarity to your goals, to take inspired action, and maybe go into Toastmaster Wade's path of taking those inspired action and getting results through hard work. All right, it was wonderful being your Toastmaster day this morning. Now we head into the section where we'll get to know how we performed this morning. So over to you, Toastmaster Wade, to take things forward as the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So now it's time for evaluation section. As they say, feedback is the breakfast of the champion. So let's get quickly started with the evaluation section. And the first section that we will have is a speech evaluation. And we only had one speech today. So please help me welcome inviting Toastmaster Anshuman for the evaluation of speech. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ved. All right. So the purpose of Toastmaster Vivek was to practice skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience and also to inspire an unfamiliar audience through his speech. Did he accomplish his objective? What do we think? Yes, big time, yes. Toastmaster Vivek used the most powerful tool available to connect with any audience, which is a compelling story. And he pivoted around a story which almost the entire world knows, which is the story of Titanic sinking. Not just that, Titanic was a trope at the end, it was a story of a normal family which goes through a journey. So while he was narrating how they're feeling crossing seven oceans, going to the Atlantic over a ship, we could visualize ourselves when we took a trip, when we how we were feeling in the anticipation of a trip, how our family would have been feeling in anticipation of a trip. So Toastmaster Vivek did a fantastic job of taking each of the characters and narrating their own individual challenges and journeys, and bringing those highs and lows in the journey. The highs being the dream of going, the low being the dog biting the sun and the trip not happening, ending with again another cathartic high of the family hugging each other and the father being relieved, and pivoting again around the central theme of staying blessed. So Toastmaster Vivek did a fantastic job of using the tool of great storytelling to connect with an unfamiliar audience. Another strength of Toastmaster Vivek was the way he delivered the story. He had a good pace, he had a relaxed body language, his body was focused towards the camera, his eye contact was across the board, not up, not down. So, in terms of delivery, his body language was aligned with the story that he was trying to communicate. To challenge himself, if he wants to experiment giving this story in another club or to another audience, Toastmaster Vivek's speech can be taken to the next level by incorporating more of the storytelling tools. For example, using the using the floor as a stage, standing, moving front and back, left and right, using hand gestures to communicate with greater body language skills. At the same time, he can try bringing more dialogues and emotions into his story to add more tropes to it. For example, and make it more theatrical if he needs to. For example, if the father is crying, he can get into a crying mode, that what has happened, and that may help him challenge himself to be more theatrical and narrate a story more deeply, at the same time for the audience to connect better. Overall, great storyline, right uses of story to connect with an unfamiliar audience, good and relaxed body language to communicate his story. To challenge himself, Toastmaster Vivek can use the entire stage and entire body language to enact the dialogues and add dialogues with more vocal variety and emotions to gain much more empathy from an unfamiliar audience. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ved.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman, for this wonderful evaluation. As Toastmaster Anshuman followed the CRC as sandwich-based approach, most of the Toastmaster people know that the CRC approach is recommended. So yeah, so it was a great evaluation. Now let's get started with the supplementary roles report. And the first supplementary section that we have is timers report. I'm inviting Toastmaster Mayank to present his report. over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. And I present today's timer report. So in prepared speech section, Toastmaster we took 8 with 30 seconds, 31 seconds, which is pretty long. Try and curtail your speech henceforth. In the table topic section, Toastmaster Vivek spoke for 1 minute 20 seconds, 26 seconds. You have the good 1 more minute and opportunity to speak. So for Toastmaster Ved, Toastmaster Anshuman spoke for 1 minute 55 seconds. I didn't time myself, and Toastmaster Disha, you spoke for 2 minutes 10 seconds. And considering Toastmaster Vivek's speech was long, the evaluation went pretty long as well, and we had 4 minutes. That's all the time and about from my side. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for presenting this report on timer. Where it also gives us indication. Like sometimes we think that we will get finished within this time, and sometimes we have over expectation, and sometimes we have under expectations as well. So timers report keeps us all in check, like how we are using our time. So the next role that we have is the grammarian and the counters report. And so for this report, I was supposed to pick on this role, but I was engrossed in throughout the meeting, so I could not found or could not focus too much on the uh, this report. And the word manifest also I could not keep the count of that uses, but the manifest word was uses many times throughout the meeting. It was very well received throughout the Toastmaster of the Day session, and then we had similar topics in the table topic master sections as well. And so that was it. Now it's time for the general evaluators report. And to start with the general evaluators report, let's start with the Sergeant at Arms speech. First, let's talk about the timeliness of the meeting. And the meeting started 3 minutes late. It was 10:33, and it was around 3 minutes late. But our goal can be they start very at the sharp 10:30. So when we start at 10:30, is that it has an implicit benefit to all of us that everybody start respecting the time more, and everybody, for sure they know that if they have to get in the meeting before 10:30, so we can be very peculiar about this starting time, and let's focus on starting the every meeting that we have from going forward at 10:30. Let's have this ambitious goal and let's be known for it. Second aspect of the meeting was the enthusiasm. As we can say, we can see that we are only 5 members in the today's meeting, but it did not feel like any dull moment or like we feel uh, anything at all. Toastmaster, kudos to Toastmaster man for taking up role, even having a bad throat. So very well done on that, and that's also the spirit of this club that we always go extra mile and to make the meeting successful, even though we don't have sometimes we don't have required members as well. But uh, but it doesn't mean that we should not aspire to get more members to join the meeting. So we also need to work a little bit towards on getting more members to the meeting, and we are slowly improving on the quality of the meeting as well. We always focus on that. So every time we need to maybe we need to think about, or maybe we need to create something about the meeting that uh, whenever we come to the meeting, we always have something to take uh, with ourselves. So that enthusiasm, we had a great job done. Now let's talk about the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster May. So what I really liked about is that the way you started about the manifestation and with that story. So even though we may agree to disagree on, like, members can agree to disagree on a lot of different things, but it's always great to have those personal stories and be shared throughout the meeting. So I really like that story and the start. So topic was also like very well received to for the members as well. Throughout the you connected with the members and asked the questions, and so thoroughly enjoyed. I enjoyed the meeting. And now the next role that we have is that table topic master section that was played by the Toastmaster Disha. Toastmaster Disha had done a great job on connecting those topics with the Toastmaster of the Day speech or Toastmaster of the Day session. So very well done on that. And what I also liked about that was like sometimes we always look for very different things, or like that are not normal, or that is not obvious. So for example, like the Toastmaster Disha gave herself a topic to give a speech for. So it's a very different, and like it's so I really like that. Maybe like in every meeting what we can do is we can try to break the norm and within following all the rules that we have, so it adds special elements to the meeting, so that we can all take an inspiration from her and try to add a uniqueness element to every role that we play. So another Toastmaster uh, instrument as evaluator, you have done a great job on that. You have followed the sandwich approach. That's a very common approach that we follow throughout the in the Toastmasters meeting. So you gave a detailed feedback, and then you also add up giving examples like where you can improve and how you can improve. So very well done on that. About the supplementary roles evaluation, Toastmaster Link again done a great job. About the other two supplementary roles, that Toastmaster Counter and the uh, Counter role and the grammarian role, today we could not have, but we need to focus more in the upcoming meetings as well. We need to make sure that we don't skip these kinds of role. That is a feedback it's for me as well. So next time if I'm not able to do justice, or if I'm not able to take, if I'm taking the role, I have to show the very sincereness for the role, and I should be presenting those reports. So overall, the meeting, it was good on the enthusiasm part and the timeliness. We were on like 3 minutes late, but throughout the meeting we have followed uh, the timing, and so that is for my report and all the good and bad that we can try to incorporate in the next meetings forward. And now back to the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Institute.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ved, and thanks a lot, everyone, for a comprehensive evaluation. I hope we all had a very productive Saturday morning and we got to practice the art of public speaking amongst a friendly group, which is committed towards growth, individual growth, and growth of the club. And thanks a lot to sponsor Vivek for joining as a guest. We look forward to see you more in our club meetings if the time permits and if you're interested in joining our club. Thanks a lot, everyone. I'll stop the YouTube